Hi guys, I'm back. I'm getting ready to read The Empty Pot. Families, I'm so sorry that it took me so long. I had some major technical difficulties with my app that I'm using and my webcam. But I'm back and I'm going to get ready and read aloud. Normally, though, when I send the video out with the story on Monday so that you can complete your assignments, I will make sure that I send out earlier on Monday and will be more timely with that. So I apologize if this is coming so late. So I'm going to read The Empty Pot and I'm going to show you the pictures visually. And I'm going to stop some when I talk. And so, kiddos, I hope that when I ask a question, I want you to say it aloud, okay, so that I know that you're engaged. I might not can hear you, but I hope that you are listening and you're being an active listener, which means that you're participating when a question is asked. I'm going to go slow and I'm going to speak clearly and enunciate. I'm going to use my whole mouth when I talk. And I'm also going to be very fluent and I'm going to read carefully and I'm going to use good expression. My voice might change if I'm reading dialogue and if you hear me speak with the character, so that way you are engaged and you want to hear me read, okay? So reading with good expression. So this is The Empty Pot. A long time ago in China, there was a boy named Ping, so he'll be our character, who loved flowers. I like flowers too. Anything he planted burst into bloom. Up came flowers, bushes, and even fruit trees, as if by magic. This book is a fiction book. If it has magic in it, then that means that it's not real. It's fiction, so it's fake, because we know magic is not real in real life. Everyone in the kingdom loved flowers too. They planted them everywhere, and the air smelled like perfume. It's a sweet smell. The emperor loved birds and animals, but flowers most of all. He tended his own garden every day. But the emperor was very old. He needed to choose a successor to the throne. You see the emperor there? So right there. So the emperor is kind of like a governor or a leader or a mayor of a town. Like Mr. Carrier is the leader of our building, and the emperor is kind of like that for a group of people or for a town. Who would his successor be, and how would the emperor choose? Because the emperor loved flowers so much, he decided to let the flowers choose. The next day, a proclamation was issued. All the children in the land were to come to the palace. There would be given special flower seeds by the emperor. Whoever can show me their best in a year's time, he said, will succeed me to the throne. This news created great excitement throughout the land. Children from all over the country swarmed to the palace to get their flower seeds. All the parents wanted their children to be chosen to be emperor, and the children hoped that they would be chosen too. Would you like to be an emperor? I don't know. When Ping received his seed from the emperor, he was the happiest child of all. He was sure he would grow the most beautiful flowers. So there's our main character, Ping. Ping filled a flower pot with rich soil. He planted the seed in it very carefully. He watered it every day. He couldn't wait to see it sprout and grow and blossom into a beautiful flower. So that's talking a little bit about the life cycle of a plant. Day after day passed, but nothing grew in his pot. Ping was very worried. He put new soil into a bigger pot. So there he is. He's replanting the flower. Then he transferred the seed into the rich black soil. So he put it in a bigger pot. After another 2 months, he waited. Still nothing happened. By and by, the whole year passed. A year is a long time. Do you know how many months are in the year? 12. And do you know how many days are in the year? 365. That's a long time. Spring came and the children put their best clothes to greet the emperor. They rushed to the palace with their beautiful flowers, eagerly hoping to be chosen. They were eager. That means they were excited and they wanted to get there fast and meet the emperor. Ping was ashamed of his empty pot. He thought that other children would laugh at him because he couldn't get a flower to grow. He's feeling sad. His clever friend ran by holding a great big plant. Ping, he said, you're not really going to the emperor with an empty pot, are you? Couldn't you grow a big flower like mine? I've grown lots of flowers better than yours, Ping said. It's just this seed that won't grow. Ping's father overheard this and said, you did your best, and your best is good enough to present to the emperor. So that's all anyone can ask is to give your best, right? Holding the empty pot into his hand, Ping went straight away to the palace. The emperor was looking at the flowers slowly, one by one. How beautiful all the flowers were! But the emperor was frowning and did not say a word. Finally, he came to Ping. Ping hung his head in shame, expecting to be punished. The emperor asked him, why did you bring an empty pot? Ping started to cry and replied, I planted the seed you gave me and I watered it every day, but it didn't sprout. I put it in a better pot with better soil and it still didn't sprout. I tended it all year long, but nothing grew. So today I had to bring an empty pot with a flower. It was the best I could do. I like that Ping was honest and he told the emperor how hard he had worked. That's a good character trait, to be honest and to be trustworthy. When the emperor heard these words, a smile slowly spread over his face. He put his arms around Ping. Then he exclaimed to one and all, I have found him. I have found the one person worthy of being emperor. Where you got your seeds from, I do not know, for the seeds I gave you had been cooked, so it was impossible for any of them to grow. I admire Ping's great courage to appear before me with the empty truth, and now I reward him with my entire kingdom and make him emperor of all the land. So Ping was chosen. Can you see? There's Ping and his chariots and his horses. So even though he didn't get a flower to grow, he was persistent, which means he kept trying and he kept working. And then he got to the emperor and he still was honest about how hard he tried. And that's all anybody can ask. And I hope that as you're home and you're learning, and I know it's easy to get discouraged, and I hope that we get to come back to class soon, it's still important to have a good attitude and to keep trying, okay? So that was the empty pot, and after you have my link, you can watch it again and again if you need to, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. See ya!